Hey guys, it's Sarah with Craft Test Dummies. I am with Dina Wakley today, and she's going to show us her brand new Scribble sticks. I'm really excited for you guys to get a good demo of these. I know you're going to be asking questions. Why did she have these? How are they different from distress crayons? They are so different from distress crayons, you guys. They are so amazing. I am so impressed, and I am so excited to be here with Dina, who's going to show us all about them. How's it going, Dina?
Good. Should I do it in sign language because my voice is gone?
Whatever you need to do.
I'm going to be like, you color and wet it. So I'm really excited about Scribble sticks. They're a really cool product. I know they look like a crayon, but here's the deal. They don't have wax. They're not waxy. So we're not calling them a crayon because they're not a crayon. They're more like a solid stick of pigment. Like, think of it like your paint comes in a tube or it comes in a little bottle. You know, it also comes in a stick. So kind of think of it that way. And they're super easy to use. I mean, you don't have to be an expert artist. I'm not. I'm a poser. So if I can use them, you can use them. So I thought I'd show you some of my favorite ways to use them. I know I sound like a Muppet. Sorry.
No worries.
So a really basic way to use them is just to color your stamped images, right? And so it can be as simple as taking a little bit of the color and laying it down. Now, if you color lightly, it's almost a colored pencil look. So if you're a coloring book person, you could use these as your medium if you wanted. And look how look how dark you can get them too. They're opaque when you color them straw. So you can get different looks with them depending on how light, you know, and how hard you're pressing on the stick. And then when you add a little, and then look, rub it. It doesn't come up, right?
Nothing moves.
Because it's not waxy. There's no wax in there to like pull. So it's not waxy. It's not going to come up. And then what you're going to do if you want it to look, you can leave it, or if you want it to look like watercolor, you just wet it. So a little bit of water. You could use a water brush if you wanted, wet brush. You could go wet into the wet crayon. Wet into wet, it'll kind of bleed out a little bit and look cool. I color them in wet paint, of course I do, right? If you would like a really subtle look and really control how much pigment's going down, just take your wet brush and pull the pigment right off the tip of the stick, and then color. So you can, here's one I did earlier, so you can get a lot of cool watercolor effects by wetting it. The other cool thing, well, one of the other cool things about these is that because they're opaque and because they're pure pigment, they write on paint. And acrylic paint is plastic, so it's difficult to find a product that will write on dried paint. Okay, so let me find something in this journal that I can scribble on, that I won't mind if I scribble on. So I sat at my table for most of December and even beginning of January, and I did this entire journal, and I love it.
Wow.
Okay, we'll do on this one. So let's say if I have this page, and this paint is dry, and then I want, you know, to echo maybe some little pink circles to echo it. Look. Opaque, it writes on dried paint. So hard to find things that write on dried paint.
That you're not going to ruin.
That you're not going to ruin, yeah. So, you know, I'm so happy. And then if I did that and thought, I hate that, because they're soluble and because paint is plasticky, I could actually get rid of it. But I usually don't get rid of it. I like it. I'll put it on there and I'll leave it.
And look, it looks even creamier now that it was a little bit wet from the baby wipe.
Yeah, because that's kind of bumpy.
Yeah.
So if you want to really make it smooth, yeah, you can put a little water on it. Sometimes I dip this in the water.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I like dip it in the water. And then it's kind of like painting with a paintbrush at that point.
Right.
It's really fun. So really fun ways to use them. I've done a lot of drawings with them. Everybody knows I love the Stabilo all pencil. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I bought one because of you.
Yeah, it's a great pencil, and I will still be using it because that you can sharpen to a killer fine point, right? Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't have to be super sharp, you know, you can totally make a drawing with the Scribble sticks. And then, so I drew with a Scribble stick, and then in order to crisp it just a bit, I went over it with a Fude ball pen.
Oh, okay.
So this drawing is 100% scribble stick and then a little bit of black pen. Isn't that cool?
So awesome.
So I hope you enjoy using them.
Thank you so much, Dina. We really appreciate it from you guys. We'll check with you later, Craft Test Dummies.